Yo, what's going on, everybody? I want to make a quick video because I was driving myself nuts as to why I could not get my USB ports to work or charge. They'll light up blue, but they won't charge. And I was wondering what the hell was going on, and there was no videos online. There was a video showing that extra fuse panel in the back here that controls the accessories, which is right there with that rubber mount on it. You just got to move the battery and take that rubber cover off, and you got fuses back there that power all your accessories, like your audio controls right here. That's a 5-amp fuse. It's in that box. And then there's I think a 10-amp and so on. But all my fuses were intact. They weren't blown. And USB ports would, look, I'll show you what they were doing. There's my anchor right there. So if I tap the power button to the ski, you see my ports, they light up blue, but they still weren't charging anything, neither of them. And I was driving myself nuts. I was about to give up and just say, you know what, I'll use an external battery because I can't figure it out. But I just figured it out, and I wanted to share this because there was no videos online of it. First off, just so you know, the wiring that runs those two USB ports, they run up under here. If I can show you, you see that black connector there and that white one right behind it? Those two are for your two USB ports on the inside, and they run down and they connect. They keep running down and they run here. See this gray? If I disconnect this, the blue lights turn off on the two USB ports. So I know they connect here. This is the wiring, and then I traced it back and I saw, okay, it just runs all the way back to that fuse panel. And I was like, well, none of my fuses are blown, so what the hell is it? Why aren't these ports turning on? Why aren't they charging? Well, and the reason why, I'll explain why it was disconnected, right? This cable that I found. Because I upgraded my Yamaha speakers, the default speakers. I got the audio kit, so this is the stock speaker box, but if you want to upgrade your 4-inch speakers to 6.5-inch speakers that literally kick ass and are way louder, hit up Dave at pwcbrackets.com. Just go to Dave and he will get you everything you need. This is my amp right here that powers these speakers, guys. And right now I have a separate audio controller, but now he has a new audio controller that replaces this, because you don't want to use this default one because you'll have to use a wiring harness, or not a wiring harness, an adapter, and it just messes up your sound. So you don't even want to use this, but he now has a new button that you can just replace this with instead of installing a separate button. But anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. So what I found that was disconnected was when I initially hooked these speakers up, I had to hook up my my circuit protector here. This is the circuit protector for my speakers. It prevents power draw. Like, this is turned on, but if you're done, you know, your Jesse's going to sit there for a while. You don't want the battery drawing power from the speakers or the amp, so you can just, that's a little circuit breaker. But when I initially hooked that up, I had to hook it up to the battery there. Well, I didn't realize when I hooked everything back up, I traced that cable there. You see that red cable on the back of that fuse, on the back of that fuse box? That is supposed to connect to the battery. Well, that was disconnected. Let me reach in there and grab it and show you what I'm talking about. Sorry for the poor video here. Turn it. Okay. This, let me reach down here. 1 second, sorry. Okay, see this? Let me shine my light. Right here, this is the cable that connects, your O-ring connector that connects the fuse panel, accessory fuse panel to the battery. I did not reconnect that. And that is what powers your speaker button and the USB ports. So if your USB ports aren't working, make sure your fuses aren't blown in that box, and that this O-ring cable is connected in case you ever had to disconnect your battery. All right, guys, ride safe, ride loud. Y'all take care.